For us, engaging the whole child really is about a holistic view of what makes kind of the ideal MPA graduate. We are as concerned about the type of people that they are growing up to be as we are what they're learning in the classroom.
It means recognizing that children are, as Doc Brown used to say, a whole lot like people. That no matter what age they are, you know, a 3-year-old has big feelings, and so too does a 12-year-old, and so too does a 16-year-old. Our job is to uphold their dignity and to give them a place that's safe and comfortable to go to school. That's where learning is going to happen best.
Parents may see that their child has strengths in terms of their cognitive ability, but we also strive to develop the child in terms of their social development, their emotional development, fostering creativity.
Allowing students the opportunity to be exposed to a variety of disciplines, and then over time they really get to develop their skills in those areas and really figure out what they enjoy the most.
It's marvelous to see a child just discover something new. I've never known how to throw the ball the right way. Well, I'm throwing it the right way now and I feel fantastic. That just helps with confidence in everything they do in life.
Well, we offer every child a place where they can feel successful, which is hugely important. We're going to have kids who are most comfortable on the basketball court, and that's okay. We have a place for them to do that. And we're going to have kids who are most comfortable in the winds section of the band.
As a parent of a child in the school, she is able to reach her creative side, her physical side, her mental side, her emotional side. I've seen her become so much happier. I know that the same thing happens for other students.
Our faculty are working with students on solving problems through what they're studying rather than here's data you need to memorize.
Rarely do you see the teacher at the front of the classroom lecturing. You see students engaged in conversation, teachers working with students at a different level, and that's what makes our program so unique. This is someone who I'm partnering with to learn.
The small class size that people talk about really makes a difference because we get to know the child, we get to know their interests, and therefore we can plug in how they learn best.
You get to know each other on an individual basis. Nobody can hide in a class at that size. It's very easy to interact with each other, but also to feel comfortable interacting with everybody as well.
We try to build curiosity or intellectual curiosity to be able to kind of explore topics or ideas that they enjoy, but at the same time, let them kind of create projects on their own.
They drew a problem and then they had to get up and teach the rest of the class how they strategically went through that problem. And then they would give each other feedback. By them even correcting each other, it shows that they really even understand the material even that much more.
We encourage them to go speak to teachers, work out problems, and be advocates for themselves in any endeavor that they take on.
The most special, unique part of our school is its global approach. We have something very unique here, getting kids to look at the world through that global lens, to see themselves as citizens of a global world and not just citizens of the United States.
Sitting right next to somebody who has a different upbringing, different cultural background, that becomes a normal thing for them.
It's not just a one-day, let's talk about diversity in the world. We make it part of our regular life.
What unites our Morgan Park Academy students is a willingness to befriend anyone, a willingness to acknowledge, they don't ignore their differences, they acknowledge their differences and celebrate their differences, and a willingness to pitch in and do whatever is needed.
They want to help out around the community and they want to help out in the world as well.
And it allows kids to have a bigger sense of the world around them. Intellectual curiosity is vital to today's education. And part of that is kind of how we open up the world to them.
When we went to Nepal, there was a traditional Nepalese instrument that was like crafted much like the flute, And the student was able to play it, so she just played a simple little melody on it, and the language of music was an instant connection between them and her. Being able to just realize that everyone is just a person.
That's what a global education does. You know, it's going to break down prejudices, it's going to break down stereotypes for kids, and kids are going to see how they're similar to other people and where their differences are. It humbles them and it also connects them. You know, that's an amazing part of our mission statement that makes us very different, because it's not just a trip, it is more than that. It has the ability to transform.
They go off to do really wonderful things, and some of them are doing really wonderful things that are hugely impactful, and some of them are doing really wonderful things that are impactful to just a few people, and both are equally important.
And they come back 2 or 3 years into college or after they've graduated, and they're the ideal MPA alum. That's a student who, of course, is academically prepared for college and beyond, but a student who understands whether they are going into business or the arts or medicine, whatever the field that they're going into, they know that they have a responsibility to have a larger impact on society. So I think if we had to define what an MPA graduate looks like, it's not what they do after they leave MPA, it's how they do it. Our kids leave MPA and they do awesome things. They always astonish us in what happens.